Welcome back, guys, to the Degenerates. We have special guests that you guys have already seen in a previous episode. We have the Drunken Monkey,
5-1 Drunken Monkey. The 5-1 Drunken Monkey.
the 5-1 Drunken Monkey.
There you go.
We're in a couple leagues with this fool over here. I'm in Monkey's league. I am the champion in his league. He is trying to become the champion in ours. He is leading right now, 5-1. He does have some bragging rights. He has breaking down the tape, but there is still rematches to be played.
Yeah, he had to have Justin Herbert completely shit the bed against the Broncos for it to happen. But, Melvin Gordon had to be benched. Valdez Scantling couldn't catch a pass, but yeah, he beat me.
But I got that 3 points from Sutton. That was a nice buffer.
I know. That was really what pushed you over the top in your 12-point victory.
That game was just magical for fantasy points.
Oh my God!
Are you kidding me? I'm just glad Blacklisted didn't place a kicker.
Yo, you would've got fucked.
He got a little too cocky there.
Yeah, I know. Melissa was running her mouth the whole time. Hector's gonna lose. Zach's gonna lose. Look at this. Oh wait, nope. See, we can't bring her up. We're already talking shit against her. That's already too soon.
Yeah. See, the league's gonna be interesting this week. A lot of bye weeks.
Yeah. Oh, I fucking know it, bro. I'm in 5 leagues and I've had to do serious mental fucking gymnastics.
Yeah, this is not good. I've already started planning for next week.
Already punting this week away.
Yeah.
I'm still like soaking up my tears from a very close loss that I took in Monkey's League to Shot Doc. Like I said, I literally had Justin Herbert and Austin Eckler, and I just needed an extra reception for 5 yards, and I would have won.
Taking the L's. But let's get into the week 6 weekly report. I know, Hector, you don't have your phone, you're recording on your phone, so I'll go through it. The best team this week was MJ Goat. She scored 142.6 points. And then Nazi Nate was the worst team with 86.1. We got the players of the week. Joe Burrow.
Hold up. Let's give Melissa a little finger clap so she doesn't think that we're talking too much shit.
Our little golf claps here. Players of the week, we got Joe Burrow, 32.5. Ramondre Stevenson, 25.10. Jamar Chase, 32.20. Mark Andrews, 23.6. Ryan Suckup with 14 points. That was nice for you, Monkey.
That was.
And then the Patriots defense with 14 points. Our bench warmers of the week, we got Russell Wilson with 13.8.
That fool.
Yeah, that's not really a high. Yeah. No wonder he was benched. MJ Goat had Jackson on her bench with 28.10. Chase Claypool for 23.4. Kyle Pitts finally scoring his first touchdown of the season, 10.9. Kicker bench warmer of the week was Daniel Carlson with 0 points because apparently, that's a thing. And then Monkey, you had the Vikings defense on your bench for 14 points.
Switch 10 minutes before game time, mind you. Switch for the Bengals 1 point.
Hey, look, man, I appreciate you trying to give me the win, but Justin Herbert couldn't pull it out for me. Hector was the most efficient manager this week, 98.4 points out of a total of 98.4 points.
Yeah.
Least efficient was Nazi Nate.
If that was a test, that was an A.
I mean, less than 100 point A. That's a rough A. An A is an A, I guess. Nate could have gotten 100 and was projected for 123 points and got 86.18. Highest points on a loss was the Slink Dinkers Quentin A with 128.46, losing to Frank. Hector, you got lowest points in a win, 98.4, beating Mike Khaleesi 92.72. Biggest blowout was MJ Goat over Nazi Nate, almost doubling his ass. Narrowest victory was Frank over the Slink Dinkers, won by 4. Overachievers was the Slink Dinkers, put up 13 more points than he was supposed to. And underachiever was Nick, supposed to score 133 and only put up 86.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, man. So as of right now, the total standings, we've got Monkey on top, 5-1. Right. here to offer some advice. He's also outscoring everybody by 100 points, just as a reference.
He does have a pretty stacked lineup.
He does. Then we've got Debo Don't Hurt Me in second place, Captain Cook in third, Team Slink Thinkers fourth, Greendale Human Beings, Fantasy Football Team, I'ma Burrow You in the Ground, Team B Champs, the Book of Mormoms, which I have to say, despite being ninth, I'm scoring the third highest in this league.
Just bad luck.
Yeah, man, it's just the worst times for me to shit the bed. I also have one of the highest points scored against, too.
It's going to suck that you're about to take another L.
Yeah, not going to happen. Blacklisted, we have the Civil War going on this week in 2 leagues. Blacklisted at 10, Nazi Nate at 11, and the reigning champ, Eek's going to give it to you at 12. She's dropping all the way down. So let's cover some matchups from last week, man. Hector, we'll start off with you. You played Blacklisted. Do you know
the best game of the week, man? That's the best game of the week.
Hector wins 98.84 to 92.72. I mean, you had a good game for most people except for Slayton and Taysom Hill. Slayton give you 2 points.
I mean, those were plug-in guys. I mean, Keenan Allen fucking doesn't want to play.
Yeah, Keenan Allen's killing us. Taysom Hill shit the bed. J.K. Dobbins shit the bed. Curtis Samuel shit the bed. And your Niners defense got you a point. But you couldn't have done shit else because your entire bench was just empty. Was full of Keenan Allen not playing, OBJ not on a team, Devonta Adams, which we just traded on a bye, Rashad Bateman didn't play, Jahan Dotson didn't play. So you were just fucked in injury. But God thank you, Khaleesi didn't put up a kicker. He had a pretty good game.
How do you not put up a kicker?
He must forget.
I think he got cocky. I think he got cocky because he saw my projection and was like, "Oh, I can beat him," and I just squeaked out enough points.
I mean, really, Zay Jones isn't worth a kicker.
He thought that Mike Williams was gonna give him enough points to beat me because if he got enough points, he would have beat me.
But Zay Jones isn't like I need to hold this guy.
Right.
The last guy he had playing that was Mike Williams, and that's why I was so amped that he got shut down.
I just don't get it.
I mean, if he plugs in like Ezekiel Elliott over, Benjamin, he wins. If he puts in almost any kicker outside of
a win is a win is a win.
Hey, look, you can't be mad at it, right? I mean, we're gonna go into this next matchup between me and Monkey, and look, a win is a win is a win, even when your people shit the bed. So, Monkey, I'll let you cover your team if you want to, since you got it pulled up.
Yeah, of course, Mahomes and Kelsey are the keys to the team, right? I took two early. Well, Jefferson was my first round pick. By his standards, 16 points. That's not going to. By taking a wide receiver early, I need 20 a game. That's the goal. I need 20 a game from him. But he got 16, close enough. Kelsey, 19, of course. Perfect. That's fine. That's what we want. Mahomes has to score. For me, taking him in the third round, has to score 20 points a game for it to be worth it. Wilson for the Niners, they got behind so fast, he just became useless. He got me a half a point. Fournette, good matchup, came through. You can run. Pittsburgh's horrible. You can run on Pittsburgh any day of the week. So Fournette, I'm glad he was able to get in there and get a touchdown. He's Brady's in a PPR. He's Brady's check down constantly. So
for sure.
Yeah. Sutton sealing the deal for me with a whopping 3.5 points roughly. That guy, he's just going to get worse. So that's going to be a problem for me later.
Oh, that's why I'm running the Jets defense this week.
If Russell Wilson doesn't play this week and they got Mark Rippon's kid playing,
yeah,
it could go one of two ways. So we'll see. There ain't going to be no middle ground. Gabriel Davis had a solid game, 74 and a touch. Singletary was really the key, and Suck Up with 14. I mean, that was it. Singletary with them running the ball against Kansas City, which you can do, and then Suck Up with 14 points. I mean, what do you get? 2 50-yarders? No, 1 50-yarder, and then a couple, just regular 3-pointers. But it was worth it because kickers don't get 14 points. So that's
Singletary actually wants to be a back now.
Yeah, he's playing good football.
Yeah, it's gonna be all matchup dependent on how they use him. It's gonna be crazy. And then Cincinnati, my pick. I had Minnesota in every league almost, I think, for defense. And then I was like, you know what? Let me put the Bengals in so I'm not fully invested in Minnesota's defense. And in the last second, I switched it, and it cost me 13 points. So luckily, your guys sucked, or I'd have lost.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it comes down to. I mean,
Mhm.
top down, Jay Herbs, fucking 9.42 points. Come on, that was awful. That he didn't even score a touchdown. He had an interception. It was just awful. Melvin Gordon had 3 carries and then got benched. So got me a nice little 0.8 points to match your Jeff Wilson, half a point.
Yeah.
Raheem Mostert, I just expected better out of. I was hoping that starting the rookie Skylar Thompson, they'd run the ball more. Apparently fucking not. Michael Pittman did his thing, 26 points. I'll take it. Stephon Diggs, almost 31. I'll take it. At this point, honestly, with tight ends, I have Pat Freiermuth on injury, so Hayden Hurst getting me 5 points isn't the end of the world. I obviously would prefer a touchdown out of him, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, but if you've seen his previous 2 weeks, he has gotten like 17 and like 12. So it's like it was just an off week.
Yeah. I really thought he'd score at least a touchdown against New Orleans, but it is what it is. Not that I could have done really anything better. I mean, because even the 5 points that I'm sitting on my bench here would have sucked, but Valdez-Scantling, I was really hoping in this gunfight that was the Buffalo game would get used more, being the number 3 guy, hoping 1 and 2 get shut down. He had 3 targets, no receptions, put up a beautiful little goose egg. So that was nice. My newly acquired Brandon Ayuk, I traded Devontae Adams for
Henry and Ayuk.
Yeah, thank you. Derrick Henry. I couldn't think of Henry's first name. Derrick Henry and Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk paid off for me. Henry was on the bye, but Ayuk paid off immediately with 28 points. Young Hoku, 4 points. And pretty standard for a kicker. And then the Eagles defense getting me 7. They were doing really well in the beginning, but even at their best, they probably would have only gotten me 10. So fuck, man. I just needed, Monday night's matchup. Justin Herbert. Melvin Gordon getting me 1 point barely would have sucked, but I expected at least 5 out of him. I really needed 15 out of
everybody needs to just get rid of all Kansas City Chiefs wide receivers and running backs.
He's already gone.
I know Juju showed up the one game for me this week, but Juju showed up no other game.
Know who it is. It's going to be crapshoot every day on
Outside
who you're going to be.
It's pretty much, there's no fucking, there's nothing to them.
I don't even think Clyde Edwards-Helaire did anything last week.
No.
He's had a few show up games. I know Chrissy has him in her lineup.
Yeah, but McKinnon out-touches them a lot of the games. He gets more touches. It's just Mahomes said it at the beginning of the year. He said, we're not going to be good for your fantasy teams. So, and it's true. It's true. It's absolutely
There's just too many weapons, too much to spread the ball around to.
The only ones you can really trust on that lineup is Patty Mahomes and Kelsey.
Yep, because they'll find each other every time.
100%.
Yeah, they're the fucking notebook of the NFL.
We'll move on to fantasy football team versus Sling Dinkers. Like I said before, Frank won this game by 4 points. He's got Cousins, did all right, 16 points. DJ Dallas, 0.1 points.
Horrible pick.
Yeah. James Robinson, 6.5. Tyreek Hill did his thing, 29.7. Jacoby Myers, I expected to do a little bit better than just 10 points. But, Cleveland's back-end defense isn't as bad as people think it is. Mark Andrews, one of the better tight ends in the league, 23.6. Juju showed up for this game, 22.3. Romeo Dobbs against the Jets, 6.10. Could have told you never to play that matchup. Harrison Butker, 10 points. Bills defense, 8. Flip side, you got, I don't know, Monkey, if you want to take this, I don't know, because Hector doesn't have his.
Josh Allen, 26, of course. That was going to be good. Gibson, who's slowly losing, his job's gone. Gibson, for the Commanders, his job's as good as gone. Lindsey, not a horrible pickup, but anybody knew it was the other dude, what's his name, Johnson?
Yeah.
He was going to be the guy. I picked him up in the league I have Taylor in, and he did good. I still lost, but Chase was the golden boy, of course, 32 points. CeeDee Lamb, modest 12. He needs to pick it up. Hopefully with Dak it will be. Ertz for a tight end, because tight end is just a putrid position. So getting 14 points out of Ertz was good.
Huge.
Tyler Boyd, that's a real good one. 7 for 10, 70 yards.
He's been consistent all season though, around that 12 to 15 point range.
Yeah, he just sits at 6 yards and catches the ball, turns around, falls down. That's what he does. That's what he does. Tyler Boyd, 12 points. I think we're falling in love a little bit with Tyler Boyd, looking at his game thing, because he had the big game of 20, then 7, then 6, and then 12. So that's where he is. If people are out there looking at Tyler Boyd, he's the 6 to 10-point guy. Don't fall in love with him too much. To have both of those, Chase and Boyd, on the same team was dangerous, and it didn't work. So, but Algier whopping 5 points, done with him. If you have him on a dynasty league, I'm done with him, because the other boy, what's his name? Starts with an H.
Huntley.
Huntley's.
He's been taking over all the reps.
He's shot out of a cannon. When they give him the ball, he's going 100 miles an hour. So he's going to break. And then Mr. Tucker, you got Justin Tucker on your team. You're already up 7 points before the game.
And if I'm right, Patterson should be back either this week or next week.
Yeah, I don't know. I just keep giving it to the other guys. They're playing well, but he'll be a good tool. He'll go back to his job. And then the Saints defense versus Cincinnati 4. So I mean, like I said, that was one of the closer games. I mean, only 4-point difference. So
yeah, if he puts in Kyle Pitts over Tyler Algier, it's a win for him.
Yeah.
If Juju Smith plays the way he played all season thus far, Frank would have lost.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing with fantasy football is you take flyers on some guys, and sometimes it pays off and sometimes it doesn't. That's kind of what it comes
Frank
down
the Tank.
Yeah.
Then we've got Captain Cook versus Greendale Human Beings. Captain Cook won this one, 131 to 86.7. He's still riding that Trevor Lawrence train, but it got him 25 points. David Montgomery, 9, kind of where you expect him to be.
He's been splitting reps too with Herbert still.
Yeah. Khalil Herbert, right? Then you got Saquon Barkley doing almost exactly what he's projected at, 18.5. The Christian Kirk, Trevor Lawrence stack really isn't working out for him. Got 10 point out of Kirk, 2.4 out of Duvernay, 16.3 out of Kittle. Kittle kind of showed up in this one. Dalvin Cook, 15.3. Alec Pierce had a decent game at 13.9. That touchdown really helps him because he only has 3 receptions for 49 yards. Tyler Bass, obviously going to get you around 4 to 6. Got 6 in this game. Patriots defense putting up a big 14 for him. That's huge. And then, like I said, Monkey, I'll let you go ahead and take Nick.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm trading Kittle right now if I have him in any leagues.
Agree.
It's rough with Kittle.
Because he's such a good blocker, and they run the ball so much that the only reason he got what he did is because they fell down, they got behind so fast. And they were like, all right, now you don't need to do that anymore. So Lamar Jackson, not a good day fantasy-wise.
No.
17 points. He has to get 24 points. When you run and throw, you gotta. I mean, he had 7 carries, 77 yards. Did have a fumble and an interception, so that took away 4 or 5 points, something like that. So I mean, he would have been closer if he didn't have both turnovers. Edmonds is dead to the world. Don't know how he's on a roster, bye weeks or not. Scored 5 points. Dylan was underachieving. I thought he could run on the Jets a little bit more, but again, the Packers got down. So
don't sleep on my Jets. Boy.
Hey, the Jets defense is a top 10 defense.
We'll see. Then they had we had Drake London.
Run them against Denver this week. You'll get points.
It will be this week. Yeah. Drake London was. I thought he would do better against San Francisco. I mean, well, not against San Francisco, but he's. Let me look at his thing. His game log. He's done all right. Yeah, he's fallen back into that. He was double digits first 3 games, and then he fell back into that 7. I don't know.
Yeah, Mariota's not giving him the ball. I mean, Mariota's been running a lot more too.
You can see where he started to fall off, where Pitts started getting nicked up. So a lot of the attention that went to Pitts is now going to him.
Yeah, it's not down from like 80% down to like 67.
Yeah, and then Jarrett McKenzie, he's a gadget. He's going to get you 15 points one week and 2 this week like he did. Gerald Everett, tight end's putrid, 7 points. Can't hope for any more. Can't hope for any more than that. By standards, Cooper Kupp, bad game, 16 points. I mean, first-round pick, you got to get you 20, right? Because you got to keep up with those running backs that really aren't scoring that much anyway. But Marquise Brown, 11 points before he got hurt. Crosby, only 3 points, was hurt. And then Chargers defense, modest 6 points. But not a bad, just bad luck. A lot of play. Yeah. I mean, was there any bad decisions? Higgins, I would have benched him. I benched him a couple leagues because you don't know. He runs 3 routes, and he's out of the game. But there's nothing more he could have did.
I mean, but I would have put Waddle over McKenzie, man. I mean, I get it. I mean, look, I guess I can't talk shit, right? Because I had MVS against the Bills in what I expected to be a high-scoring game.
Oh, I didn't even see Waddle. I had to scroll down one more. Yeah,
Yeah,
that would have been big.
so I mean, I get the theory behind McKenzie, but I feel like Waddle's an automatic starter over McKenzie.
Yeah, he should never leave your lineup. I don't care who the quarterback is.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Tyreek Hill should never leave your lineup.
I mean, no matter what, he wouldn't have won. Even with that move, he's still down. You know what I mean? But it's you do what you can.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Let's see. Then we got Debo Don't Hurts Me over Nazi Nate.
Oh, finally, this one.
Yeah, well, we can't talk too much shit. So we'll keep it nice and clean. 142 to 86.8. We won't choke this one away. She's got Jalen Hurts, almost 17. Christian McCaffrey actually decided to play football, 22.8. Kenneth Walker, 19 points. That's going to be a long-term great investment for her. Debo.
And Jalen Hurts should have gotten her more. Honestly, that's low for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Hurts. I mean, well, Dallas's defense isn't anything to shake a stick at. So, I mean, it's just a tough matchup for him. Debo, 16. AJ Brown, 17.7. Njoku, 8 points. ETN, 12, almost 13. The Lizard King, almost 18. You know, that one touchdown was really huge. Graham Gano, 6. Broncos defense, 5. Her bench, she could have put Jackson in, you know, over. Oh, no, I mean, not really. I mean, yeah, it would have gotten her 10 extra points, but it's not like that was key. She already blew out, you know, by fucking 60 points. So, yeah, she could have made one move, but not really a huge thing. Just good overall showing.
Yeah, I mean, that was just everybody showed up for the most part.
I just wish Hawkinson would her lineup would be a lot more lethal if Hawkinson like actually showed up this season.
Yeah,
but I mean, she doesn't even have Hawkinson on the roster anymore. She's got Njoku in there.
Nah, Hawkinson's on the bench.
He's on the bench.
Where? Oh, okay. He was on a bye week. That's why.
Yeah.
But he's only showed up one game this year for 40 points.
True that. On the flip side, Kyler Murray, 15.8. Joe Mixon, 17. Kareem Hunt fucking disappeared in this game. 1.2. DK Metcalf, another one, just disappearing, 5.4. Callaway, 6.6. Hunter Henry, finally, we find a tight end that does good outside of Travis Kelce and Mark Andrews, 16 points. Scary Terry disappeared, 8 points. Elijah Moore didn't even get a fucking target.
I don't even know why he's in the starting lineup.
Bro,
I had him on in a league too, and like he doesn't even start.
The Jets receiving core is another receiving core, like Monkey said with Kansas City. I would not touch a single Jets receiver, and I have Garrett Wilson, but he's on my bench because they're so inconsistent. The game planning is all run based with the Jets right now. Brandon McManus, 13. Buccaneers defense, 3. It's just even on his bench. I mean, he had Chase Claypool and
Nobody's starting him.
Yeah, and Josh Palmer, which again,
there's rumors Chase Claypool might get traded over to Green Bay.
He should get traded somewhere. There's no need for them to hold on to him. They're not. He's not part of their long-term deal.
They're saying Green Bay is taking interest because they need something.
Well, yeah, and then they just activated a couple minutes ago Sammy Watkins off the IR too, so he's supposed to practice tomorrow. We'll see if he plays or not. But
yeah, they need
to get him off my IR
because he could be a big help. But
for sure. And then in our final matchups, we finally get Team B champs putting a 1-week winning streak together over Stone Givia, who's a little bit on a skid. We got 113 to 106. B champs, we got Geno Smith, 12.68. He's playing good real football, but fantasy-wise, Geno is Geno. Najee Harris, 13 points, kind of on par for what we've expected out of him at this point. Aaron Jones shitting the bed, 7.4 against the Jets. Amari Cooper, 14, kind of standard where he's been all season. 50-bomb Lockett, only thrown up 3.7 points. Dawson Knox getting you 12.7. Ramondre Stevenson continuing to have a fucking season at 25 points. Get your standard 7 out of Tony Pollard, 6 out of Matt Gay, and then good 11 points out of the Rams. They had a nice matchup against Carolina. His bench, he didn't really have much else going for him. So, I mean, It's just a solid win. And Monkey, I'll let you take Christie's team. I'm sorry, cut you out on the last one.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Garoppolo, good game. Two picks hurt him, but still 18 points. You don't expect much more than that from him.
Yeah.
And she got that coming back.
Yeah. Eckler had a good game. It seemed like he did more. But 14 carries, 36 yards, and a touchdown rushing, and that's where it was. 10 receptions for 47. Okay. I was like, how the hell did he get that high when I was looking at the yards? And I was like, wait a minute, okay.
It was all the end of that game. He just caught on the final 2 drives, he's caught fucking 20 passes.
Yep, and then Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who I can't stand, he's trash. He's just stop with him already. Devontae Smith is slowly becoming the possession guy down that in Philly, like that. He's slowly becoming that guy who's just going to be steady all the time, and then he can still burn you deep, and he still runs great routes. But he reminds me of Musa Muhammad a little bit. But that's who it is. But Mike Evans, feast or famine with that guy every time. 8 points, nothing. What's this? Conklin, the Jets tight end. The honeymoon's over with him. He had the one good game. She
was hurting for a tight end.
Well, so he was a Flacco guy. He's not a Wilson guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. That's what we have to realize when we're looking at it. When the quarterbacks change, Conklin is not Wilson's guy. He was Flacco's.
She has Schultz on the bench, but he was out.
Yeah. Henderson, who's going to be starter the rest of the year, 13 points. Pickens, when Pickett got hurt, that was the end of his day because Mitch Trubisky doesn't throw to him. He just doesn't.
No.
13 points for Hopkins, kicker. Actually, while he was hurt, not bad. And then really, Green Bay's defense was fool's gold this week. I don't know why people did it because the one thing they can't do is stop the run. And the one thing the Jets do is run.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you going to do with that? But, just couldn't do much else, I don't think. Right? Let me take a look again. Connor's hurt. Judy's garbage. Well, Schultz is hurt. Yeah, Renfro's a bye. Prescott's hurt, so he'll be back. But yeah, that's just nothing you can do. That's the best lineup you can put in. That's the best lineup you can put in.
Yeah, it's just kind of way it shakes out.
Sorry, champ.
Yeah, she's bottom of the league right now. She's gonna be a little worried. So this week, let's take a look at week 7. We start the Civil War this week. I'll have to put Hector down like the dog he is. I'm scheduled to win 131.
When I win, you can't eat a cheeseburger for a week.
I don't eat cheeseburgers. I'm a fat shit because I don't eat. I think my last meal was yesterday, and it was consistently vodka. Anyway, who we got in this one? So obviously, I'm taking Nate, right? I mean, if you look at,
and I'm taking me
pretty close. We just switched off Derrick Henry for Devontae Adams because I needed running backs, and I've got a lot of favorable matchups for my team. So I mean, obviously, I'm backing me. Hector's backing him. Monkey, we already know that you don't like Hector. You like me a little bit less than, or a little bit more than Hector. So I think you're gonna rock with it.
Yeah, this is if I could find a way for the Taliban to get a win in this game, I would.
Fucker.
But Keenan Allen is back for Hector. He should be back. He looked like he was going to be back. Let's put that right. Joe Burrow is going to lose his shit this week. I think he's going to go off. Hall. Denver, the honeymoon could be over for him a little bit. He still should produce, but
I was scared there too.
They're not afraid of Zach Wilson. Denver's not going to be. So they're just and that's not. I'm not knocking Zach Wilson. I'm just saying he's not very good. So Denver's. It's
going to be a defensive matchup, and what running back breaks it?
It's going to be a 10-6 game probably. But Dobbins, I don't know. Running backs for Baltimore, I quit. Because they're running backs, their quarterback. So I don't know what to do with them. So hopefully he finds the end zone, or you're going to be real in trouble with that. Devontae Adams against Houston, he should eat all day. So should Keenan Allen if he can play a whole game against Seattle. Tunyon against Washington's great. I think that's the pickup of the week if he's out there for people. Bateman, I don't know. Peoples-Jones, probably nothing. You'll be disappointed.
Peoples-Jones gives me a constant 10. That's why I plugged him in. He gives me a constant 10.
Yeah,
And I
but
will say Baltimore's back end is garbage.
they are. I think they are pretty bad. So that could save you. So yeah, because they're not getting anybody back. Peters is done.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a good game. I mean, I'm looking at your side too. Herbert has to play like if Herbert plays like Herbert. Henry notoriously kills the Colts. Mostert just you can run on Pittsburgh. So St. Brown's back. We'll see if Diggs follows him or not. But people keep giving love to Dallas's defense. Dallas could lose this game because
I said it too. They got Swift back.
Right.
Williams is about to make his debut.
And they have like a top 3 offensive line in football. So we've seen the Eagles, who have a top 3 offensive line in football, be able to push Dallas around for a part of the game.
True.
So we'll see. As long as they don't have to pass too much, I think. But Detroit's defense is bad. Hurst, I think, is a great pickup this week. I think he's awesome. Wilson, good luck.
Yeah. I've been scratching my head on what to do with that spot. I'm not gonna lie.
I think he could hit 11, like it says, and then Koo, kickers are what they are. And I picked Miami's defense up in every league I get my hands on them on.
Yeah, so Pittsburgh dog shit. So
they're falling apart. They're falling apart. Even though Howard can't cover anybody anymore because he's hurt this year, they should be able to get after it. So I think it'll be good. I think that projection. That's the game of the week for me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I like it.
That's why we brought you on.
Because that projection's close, and it's like. Yeah. It's like good player projection too. So I like that one. Oh shit.
And the edge goes to Hector. Yeah.
Love how he didn't pick.
No, I'll pick my winner. Hold on, let me see. I had to pull up the league. Again because I had to refresh it. I'm going with.
I'm on the hot hand.
I know, but I'm going with Zach.
There you go.
Just because I think Herbert saves the day.
Fucking hope so.
I'm hoping Joe Burrow goes for fucking 45.
He's gonna go for a lot. I ultimately looking at it, it's gonna come down to I think who scores more, Dobbins or Mostert.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's gonna come down to.
That's fair.
Unless you have a kicker that scores like 23 points.
Young Hoku can. You never know.
Hey, McPherson.
That's true.
Yeah, but pick up Denver's kicker. That's all they do.
Yeah, honestly. So next
he does have a boomstick.
Yeah. Next we've got Debo's Don't Hurt or Debo Don't Hurts Me. I'm throwing S's all over the place.
Oh, he catching an L.
She on a 4-game win streak. She playing Frank, who's on a 1-game win streak. She's projected by 30 points to win this thing, but I don't think Frank looked at his lineup because he's got Cousins on a bye. He's got his first running back slot empty. He's got his defense on a bye. So I don't think he's officially made some decisions yet. It looks like he has Russell Wilson on the bench. Don't do that, Frank. Here's a piece of advice. Don't fucking do that this week. Find a different quarterback. Russell Wilson's going to go negative this week. But I've got Melissa in this one. I've got MJ go in this one pretty handily.
Yeah.
I guess we have to give her some positives.
I mean, it's going to look like a blowout, bro. I mean, he's got Taysom Hill for him that might do well. That might do well against Pittsburgh. Mark Andrews that'll do well against Cleveland. Harrison Butker will get you some points, but as of right now, he doesn't have a viable quarterback. It doesn't look like he has a viable.
Now, Melissa's team is coming together. It's getting hot. She also has the Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown connection, so that's always the plus.
Oh yeah, she's got Christian McCaffrey, Kenneth Walker, who's playing well. Debo against KC could go wild. So I mean, yeah, she's got a good.
She's already been in my DMs to trying to get a trade. I see you, Melissa.
She did me too.
Fun fact, I just saw while we were recording earlier that she said you need some depth. Let's talk.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
She's out here trying to make moves. We see you, Melissa.
I see it.
Oh, that's the question for him is who does he pick up a quarterback this week? Because he's not going to play Russell Wilson.
It's rough. There's not many options.
No,
Russ ain't one of them.
I'm thinking Matt Ryan, ride the hot hand.
Is he even available? Let's see.
I'm not sure.
Daniel Jones, Marcus Mariota, Matt Ryan is available.
If
Baltimore's defense, I don't think is terrible.
If the kid plays, I'm taking Zappy.
Ooh.
Because he could if he picks up Zappy, he could, because look, he's behind the 8 ball, right?
Yeah.
He's I mean, it's not going to be good for him. So,
Playing the Bears, Zappy could tear up the Bears
playing
defense.
the Bears, and he has Myers on his team. So if he hits him for something big,
And word on the street, Bailey Zappi is the best quarterback in New England right now.
he could be. He's the best one playing, that's for sure. But I mean, that's why I would take him. I mean, you got to swing for the fences on a bye week that's this bad for him.
Yeah, for sure.
He doesn't even have a running back to. Oh, he has Drake, which.
I mean, you could go Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Is he playing this week?
I think he's starting this week for Carolina.
Yeah, he got reactivated.
I mean, honestly, your safer bet may be Daniel Jones because he's going to run.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, he's going to run the ball, but if I was him, I'm swinging for the fences when I'm that far behind on a bye week.
For sure. Then we got your matchup. You're taking on Blacklisted. You're scheduled to win right now, 128 to 118. But he does not have a quarterback in right now. We got another quarterback potential here, so we don't know.
Oh, he's definitely gonna probably pick up Matt Ryan. Knowing him, he probably definitely picking up Matt Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the one I'm worried about because of my buys. So
Blacklist is pretty smart with his moves. I'll give him that.
Well, so he doesn't have Zeke Elliott in yet. With anybody knows you can run against Detroit, right? Well, you can almost do anything Detroit. So Zeke Elliott's probably going to be in. He does have Hopkins back. Pierce versus Las Vegas. Okay. Freiermuth, is he playing?
Well, yeah, he's back from concussion. He is playing.
Okay. Godwin is whatever. Against Carolina, it's Godwin or Mike Williams is going to have the big game. It's just or Mike Evans. Sorry, Mike Evans. Mike Williams on his team. Seattle can't cover anybody, and Kilmar can have a big game. Chubb's the best running back in football right now. So yeah, I mean, if he gets the right quarterback, he could definitely play it. Rondell Moore on his bench. I'm glad I don't have to go root against Goddard. Yeah, I got Jefferson on my bench, Singletary because Gabe Davis, they're all on buys. So I'm rolling out Darnell Mooney, Brian Robinson, who I think is going to have a good game. Brian Robinson, I think, is going to run up and down. Who are they playing? Green Bay.
Green Bay, yeah.
Run all over them. Kelsey, Gallup. I got Michael Gallup, Fournette, Wilson. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I think I beat him because I'm great, but it's going to be definitely close if he picks up the right quarterback. So.
I think you're fucked with Jeff Wilson again. I think Michael Gallup having Dak back is going to be big. I do like the Brian Robinson pickup. I think he's going to be huge. And
the Mooney one is what hurts. Like I don't like the Mooney pick.
Yeah, I
New England, that's going to fucking suck.
Yeah, I like. There's nothing there, right? So I mean, you look at the waiver wire; it's all going to be a dart throw. I might as well take the only guy they do throw the ball to.
No, you're not wrong.
I mean,
wrong. The only thing,
go ahead.
I'll tell you, the only thing I was going to disagree with you on Lee's side is with Mike Williams. You said that Seattle can't cover shit. They have two of the best corners in the league right now. I know they're rookies, but Kobe Bryant and Tyreek
Wilson,
are fucking playing great ball.
And they are. I just think that they're better. Like I think like San Diego's going with Keenan Allen back, it's going to open it up for them, and they're not going to be able to hold up. They're just not.
I got Jay Herbs. I need him to go off.
But if we look, let's see.
I'm only picking Blacklisted to win because we need Monkey to lose to close the gap in the standings.
And that's fair. You got to throw those vibes out there. You got to throw them out there because it's going to be the only chance. So
I got a Blacklisted. I'm rooting for you.
So Seattle lets up. They're 22nd. They let up about 245 pass yards per game.
But if I'm right, if Monkey does catch an L and Melissa wins, they're tied for first.
I think so. Yeah.
No, I'm way ahead of everybody.
You're 5-1. She's 4-2.
Yeah, so you'd both be 5-2.
Well, I have points 4 though. So
true.
I'll be first. Hector doesn't like the fact
he always has to find a way to stay on the top.
Hector likes ties. Like Hector's like, we're both 4-2. Yeah, but we're not in first place. I'm in first place. There's a difference with that. Hector loves him some ties.
I have to agree with Hector's logic here. I am rooting for Blacklisted in this. It'll be interesting to see which quarterback he plugs in there. I know we were talking about before, Daniel Jones is probably the safest option. Although if you do want to take a flyer, why not go for Bailey Zappi? I said it before, and I'll say it again. I do like Jacoby Brissett against the Baltimore Ravens. I think he's going to have a chance to really open up that secondary.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, they're all the same guy. It's just you're just trying to pick which one's going to
do
it. Yeah, but that is true. Baltimore's secondary sucks. They absolutely suck. So I don't know. I hope he makes the wrong choice.
Yeah, no shit.
Pull his kicker out again. Pull his kicker.
I hope I need 4 points to win going into the Monday night game, and I have Mooney, so I could just sit there and scratch my eyes out with a knife and watch the game. Watch every pass go to Komet, who hasn't caught a ball all year.
Would literally be on Monday night.
Yep, and make me stay awake and watch the whole goddamn game. And then he catches a 5-yard slant, and I lose by like 0.3 of a point. That's what I want to happen.
Monkey's gonna be in the chat the next day, fucking screaming.
Yep. Oh, I'll be pissed.
You're not gonna see that Star Spangled Banner gift no more.
That's my one every week, baby. With a win. That's my go.
Shit. Next we got the reigning champ, Eek's gonna give it to you versus Nick Greendale, Human Beings. Surprisingly, Christy is favored to win here. She looks like she'll be getting Dak back again. Right, that'll be huge for her. She doesn't have him in right now. She's still projected to win. There's not much I can say about it. Just team for team. Lamar Jackson against Cleveland. He's so up and down. I mean, yeah, I get it. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but like fantasy-wise, he wears that cape too much, and he has too many turnovers for my liking.
I don't know. Cleveland's DNs are pretty scary.
Yeah. As far as Nick goes, like with Chase Edmonds, you can run against Pittsburgh, but like who's going to get more touches, Mostert or Edmonds? I like Christy in this one. I'm not going to lie.
I like Christy if she starts Dak.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's definitely going to start. Like, she's been waiting and praying for Dak to start.
Yeah.
That was the other that she'd be starting Dak for sure.
And with Schultz coming back in, he might – I don't know if Schultz is going to start or not. He's still questionable, but that'll be a good 1-2 punch right there.
Yeah. And then if Connor – I definitely give it to her if Connor can play.
Oh, yeah.
Because then that gives her – she could either take out Clyde Edwards-Helaire or Pickens maybe. I mean, you might want to keep Pickens in.
I was going to say, I'd rather
take out Jerry Jeudy.
Well, I mean, I guess she could probably switch Judy to her flex and take Judy out.
I don't know.
Get against the Jets.
Jerry Jeudy against Sauce Gardner is probably going to be locked down.
Yeah, he's not going to exist in this game
unless they put Sauce on Sutton.
Okay, so I just got them down there. Two alerts here. I just got one. What's the Dingleberry to coach of the Broncos?
Hackett, is he fired?
Hackett?
No, he's not fired. But he had a great talk with Melvin Gordon today, and Melvin Gordon will start this week. So,
good. So he can get benched after 3 fucking carries again.
We'll see. But then, I forgot. Oh, Dobbins isn't practicing this today, but that's not a big deal. So.
Yeah, that's not really news.
That hurts me though, because I'm hurting on running backs right now. Sanders on a bye, so
he'll play, but he just might not get touches. As many touches. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Chrissy on this one.
Fair enough. We're all in
agreement. Chrissy going back on a winning streak.
Yep. Trying to climb back to 500.
If I can manage a win, hopefully she'll still be at the bottom of the league. But
once I beat Zach and Monkey takes an L, I'll be a game away from first.
Points 4. Anyway.
Points 4. Yep. Points 4. Just have to remember that. Points 4.
Read the name of this episode. Points 4.
They were bitching, weren't they? Bitching because they're like, "Why isn't it head to head? It should be head to head."
I actually looked in the rules, Monkey. It doesn't. There's nothing I can do about the head to heads.
The score, that determines the better team. The points. That's the tiebreaker.
I'm gonna start calling Melissa the new blacklisted because in seasons past it was blacklisted that always complains. Now it's gonna be Melissa because I feel like every time I open the chat, oh, how come we're doing this? What's wrong with that? I'm like, oh man, just play.
Taco League.
That sounds like our fantasy basketball league. Jesus.
Oh God, I still can't lock shit.
I can't even pull it up on the computer.
God damn.
But
now we've got Nazi Nate playing the Team Slink Dinkers. Nate's projected to win 132-91. Right now, QA has Josh Allen on a bye, which is a huge hurt for him. But he's got Tom Brady on the bench against Carolina, so he'll be just fine there.
Yeah, he also has Jacobs going against Houston. He has to bring back in. He could put Cordell Patterson back in. He has Kyle Pitts still, so he's leaving us in suspense here a little bit on what he's going to do. So.
Yeah, because he's got Phillip Lindsay right now in his starting running back position, and I don't think he's even playing this week.
Yeah, Olave is going to play. I just read an article before I came on here that he said he's playing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yo, that hurt me, and I'm in a no PPR league, and I had him in, and it was a light minute. Oh, inactive, and he gave me a fucking goose egg, and I lost by fucking 2 points.
Damn.
And I had Corey Davis with 6 points on the bench, and I had fucking Scary Terry with 6 points on the bench.
That's a I don't know. I'm not starting him at all, and that's who Nate has in right now as one of his flex.
Like, Scary Terry,
yeah, like
he's been a disappointment too.
Like, well, and Green Bay is one of the best. Green Bay is one of the better pass defenses. Like they can cover people at least. They're not very good on the run, but they can. You can cover
Alexander. I think Alexander is their best DB.
Yeah, and it's like with a young quarterback, like
it's
I don't know what.
Taylor Heineke. He's gonna pull another Tom Brady miracle.
Well, did they announce who it is yet? Because that's key too. It's Heineke.
Like 99.9% sure it's Heineke.
See, I wouldn't even. I'd let the kid sling it. I'd let Hal go out there and throw the ball because Hal can run and he's bigger. Like at least he can do. But they don't want to win. So
no, well, but that's the thing though. If you don't want to win, put in Howell because Heineke has proven that he can win games. Why not just fucking throw in the rookie and let him figure it out? You're not going.
And that's the thing. I think Rivera's trying to save his job, so it's like
that team's going to get sold in the next 30 days anyway.
Yeah,
I honestly, and it's not Rivera's fault, but no matter what happens, he's going to eventually get fired.
What Rivera brought in was a bunch of old coaches. Like he didn't bring in any new ideas. So you brought in a bunch of old coaches and you yourself who all have been fired in the last 4 years. Like, what did we think was going to – there was no youth, no ideas. Look at the Shanahan years. He had all the youth. Look, I mean, it's legendary. They're all head coaches now. And it's like – and they had a good run. But
then you go to the one organization that's just imploding on itself.
Yeah, it's trash. It's so bad. I don't care. I don't mind. Just beat the Cowboys.
I'm sure you're excited about it.
Yeah, I just need the Commanders to beat the Cowboys. I root for the Commanders twice a year. When they play the Cowboys, well, 4 times, and when they play the Giants. Other than that, I don't care.
So we're all in agreement. We're giving this one to Nazi Nate, or do you guys have a disagreement?
I'm giving it to Nate.
I'm Nate's gonna fix his little. I think Nate's on a losing streak right now too. I think I'm gonna give it to Nate.
No, I'm gonna give it to the Slink Thinkers.
Oh yeah,
because they got Jacobs coming back against Houston. He got Pitts coming in. Cordell Patterson, Brady against Carolina. Yeah, that's what I'm going to give it. Plus, he has Chase and CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, I think he'll be good. If he can get that Commanders running back and Lindsey out of that lineup with Algier out of there, too, I think he'll be good.
Fair enough. I mean, those are decent points. The only thing that worries me is CD. Like, I know that Dak still knows how to play football, but is there going to be any rust to shake off? I know it's a soft matchup against Detroit, but is that going to, impede him? Or are they going to put him on a pitch count? And try and run the ball more.
I mean, you still can't sleep on Detroit's #1 DB. What's his name?
PJ Walker's starting this week.
What'd you say?
PJ Walker's starting this week for Carolina. So if that means anything to anybody,
that doesn't.
No.
Oh God,
Christian McCaffrey does. They're just going to keep giving him the ball.
True that. Yeah, fair enough. That's going to send his stock.
But what I would do, not to stay too much longer on this team, the Slink Thinkers. If I'm him, I start Ertz and Pitts this week. 2 tight ends in my flex.
Interesting. Normally that's not a thing because tight ends are garbage.
Yeah, usually, but both of them are projected to score double digits. Get Algier out of there.
You finally think he can come into his own then?
Yeah.
Finally, we got Captain Cook versus Team B Champs. Close matchup. Right now, Team B Champs is looking to extend his win streak. He's scheduled to win 125 to 120. Let's see. We've got Tua returning for B Champs. Najee Harris against Miami. Aaron Jones against Washington. Amari Cooper against a shitty Baltimore defense. Fitty Bomb Lockett against the Chargers. Evan Ingram I just don't like Evan Ingram against his former team, the Giants.
I have to start him in one league, and I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, I bet. Ramondre Stevenson, Tony Pollard, Nick Folk, and the Cowboys D. And then you've got Captain Cook still riding this whole Trevor Lawrence and Christian Cook, double team here, and not a fan of it. The one thing he's got going for him is Saquon. Maybe Brandon Cooks against the Raiders.
Crapshoot this year. I had Brandon Cooks as a top 10 fantasy wide receiver. I thought he was going to be great.
Didn't he start pretty hot too?
He did. And he had a great year last year, like sneaky good. And then it's fucking Lovie Smith. He's inept when it comes to trying to figure out what they should do with passing. He's an idiot.
Yeah, he went 15, 9, 4, 18, 6, and then the bye.
Yeah.
So who fucking knows?
Yeah, he needs to get out of there. But he just signed a contract, so whatever.
Yeah. Devin Duvernay, Alec Pierce, who had a good game last week, Will Lutz, and the Patriots defense against Chicago.
Man, I think I'm gonna have to take it to B Champs.
I don't know. There's a couple of questions on B Champ's side that I have. I mean, Najee Harris this year just hasn't been what you expected out of him. He's busted in every game. He has not met his projections, and he's only come close once against Tampa. Does that mean he's going to continue? Maybe. I don't know.
This sucks.
Yeah.
This game could literally come down to what defense scores more.
Honestly. And if that's the case, though, if that's the mentality we're going to use, I'll agree with Hector, and I'll give it to Captain Cook, because you've got the Patriots defense versus Chicago, or the Cowboys defense versus Detroit. Detroit can fucking score points, man.
They can. There's some interesting ones. Game script's going to come into play here. If the Niners get down again against Kansas City, which it's strength on strength, defense versus offense, right? Strength on strength. Kittle's going to be involved. But if San Francisco can keep it close, Kittle's going to be used to block and grind out, and he'll get his, touches from here and there. But golly, this one's hard because Montgomery's going to be shut down. Well, maybe not. I don't know. That's a hard one to pick.
I like the defense mentality, and like I said, because of that, I'm taking Marcus and Captain Cook in this one.
I'll go because of defense, and I just stumbled across Ramondre Stevenson again. So I just saw that. And Pollard could be big. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go. I'm going to do with the Cowboys defense and B Champs.
All right.
B Champs. I'm going B Champs.
Oh, I thought you said you were going Captain Cook, punk ass.
No, I said B Champs. I'm going B Champs.
Uh-huh. I'm going to run back the tape later. I don't know if I trust that or not.
You should run it back.
But all right, you know what, Marcus? That's all right. I'll ride with you. I'll let Hector throw you under the bus. I'll see how it is. But yeah, that's the week 7 matchup, guys. We're coming halfway through the season, man. We're moving along. Hey,
I said it. Slow and steady wins the race. Soon enough, that title, well, it's already in the house. It's just gonna have my name again.
Ain't going back. I'm just mad that I have the 3rd highest scoring team.
You know what's crazy? I get to keep both the titles in my house.
You're not gonna win in my league.
He's not even win in the next. So we're also in a different league where it's just like 6 guys, and I'm playing Hector in that league too. So the poor guy's going to have to come on here next week talking about how he lost to me twice.
Oof, that's rough.
Yeah, I know. I kind of feel bad for him, but it is what it is. We still love him over here. But guys,
I'm rooting for Zach.
There you go.
We are not doing this on my show. You know what? Fuck you guys.
Just kick me off like other people we know.
Oh no. We don't do that. We don't do that here. This is an adult chat.
This is an adult chat. Oh boy.
That's all we got for you guys this week. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks, Monkey, for joining in. You can always find him on the Drunken Monkey podcast. You find him on Instagram
Phillies.
And all that shit. He's going to be
Phillies.
ruining the Phillies. Phillies is playing pretty well. Might make it to the World Series. I want that Yankees-Phillies rematch from 2009 so we could beat you in 6 again.
You will.
You guys have a good one.